It's John and Rachel. Welcome to your Jagoff Late Night. We have a great show as always. Here we are at 5 Foster Plaza, right at Odyssey Studios, KDK Theater, and we absolutely invite you to come because we always have some kind of goodies, whether it's food or a bakery or a distillery or something to cheers about like tonight that you will check out. So come at 5 o'clock for a happy hour with the Jags and whoever's in our studio audience.
Yeah, get a tour of the radio station and such, and partake in whatever we're partaking in,
right?
Like we are tonight, which we'll get to in a minute. But first, what's on the blog this week? What was on the blog is, first of all, we have an event coming up August 5th, Best Laid Plants.
Oh my God.
Congratulations to
How
you
about
on
that title?
Rachel.
Who came up with that dorky title?
This is where, we're involved with the Community Liver Alliance for the Seed the Need, the Delivering Hope program, which is typically has been they sell sunflowers. And this year we're selling seeds and potted plants. And the cool thing is when you buy these special seeds and potted plants, you could go to the Community Liver Alliance. There's a QR code on it, and it will tell you, you'll get tips on how to grow those seeds and plants from the one and only Doug Oster.
There you go. So we're doing a little sticker party. So come to the one and only Velum Fermentation. And there's a little clip here about the PittsburgHER podcast. If you don't know it, you should go check it out. I am a part of it. There are 5 women, and we get to talk about all these amazing women things that women talk about and don't always say in public. So it's what you're having, the conversation that you might be having over a martini or a cup of coffee with your dearest friends about everything from menopause to work-life balance to, equitable pay, and we talk about it all. So check that out. And we have some new segments. One of them is our nonprofit Nebby. There's so many nonprofits, and we wanted to do a little segment on that.
Neb into it. In the meantime, we talked about the cocktail hour or snack hour. Tonight is cocktail hour, thanks to Velum. Jenna, how are you?
Very good, thank you.
Well, welcome back to the podcast. Well, actually, first time on this side.
Right?
You were next.
Yeah. First time caller?
Yeah. Right. All right, so before we get into what you brought tonight and why you brought it tonight, what is Velum Fermentation?
Velum Fermentation is a brewery down in south side of Pittsburgh. We're right under the big clock tower there in the old Duquesne Brewery.
Did you learn real quick that you have to say that to Pittsburghers?
I do.
It used to be the...
It used to be. Well, and also when I say, we're down on the south side, and I always say under the big clock tower because there's a lot of south side.
Yeah.
And we're back off Carson Street, so it kind of is like that iconic thing that everyone knows that's there. And it just kind of like places us very quickly.
Yeah, absolutely. And... describe what it's like once you get inside, because I think people need to understand just all the festivities that happen.
Yeah. So Velum is 35,000 square feet, and 15,000 of that is customer space. We have 3 indoor pickleball courts. We have a large arcade, and then we have like main event space that we host events.
Yep.
And then some big outdoor covered seating as well. So it's huge.
Great meeting social
It's
space,
like an open canvas space,
it
really,
is,
right?
it is,
But then again, it's also fun in the fact that the pickleball courts are already there.
And
the cool part is, just sidetrack, is that we had a pickleball tournament over there.
Indeed.
We had no idea how to run a pickleball tournament.
We've never played.
But you had people show up and show us how to do that, which was super cool.
And it was great. I mean, for a first off, we were pretty stoked with how many people came. And if what I love about Pittsburgh is people who don't know how to play pickleball went, and then maybe they learned about Velum, not Venom. Velum. And the people who came from Velum who typically go learned a little bit more about the cause that they played for. So it was just a great
all
synergy.
around win.
Yeah.
So
and that's what you're known for.
Yeah.
I was going to say that's exactly it, right? Because you guys are partnering with us on this Seed the Need thing.
Absolutely.
And we're going to be there on Tuesday.
Yes.
So
this one is Best Laid Plants. Last time was Seed the Need.
Why do you guys do that? That seems to be, I mean, we know you're in business to make money, but really you're a great neighbor.
Yeah. So we, before we even started the company, are literally just as humans, we want to be like good stewards of our neighborhood. We want to be community oriented, and we formulated the company that way. So it made sense to, obviously, when people are trying to raise money as a small business, we don't have money to donate. So we donate our space to nonprofits and charities and people who are trying to better their communities as well. And it's definitely not just about Southside and our immediate neighbors, but it's about Pittsburgh and the greater community, whoever needs to do a thing. And we have the space to do it. So it's so fun too, because we get to meet really cool people, hang out, and it just perpetuates that way. And it's less about just having people come and drink beer. It's more about all the events in a variety show way that's like more community center than it is just brewing.
Well, you're a connector because every time we meet somebody, they
Yeah.
go, "We love Jenna." Yeah, yes, too. So,
Yeah.
all right. So we have to get into what you're doing here.
Yes,
so
yes,
you
yes,
brought
yes.
us some liquids.
I did. I brought 4 beers today.
Okay.
2 are collaborations, and
Which
one,
would you like to try?
yeah.
I don't know.
Well,
Tell me.
let me
Go
tell
ahead,
you
do
what
it,
we
do it.
got, and
Okay.
then you can like
Okay.
take your pick. We did bring a
love that
ginger
can.
lemonade radler.
I'll do that.
Yeah,
I'm a doer.
It's a low ABV.
Yeah.
It's made with an ale, and it's very like
That's me.
fresh and summery. We brought a beer that is not released yet. It's going to come out next week. It's called Sweet Taters and Spice. Crazy enough, August is when like pumpkin beers start getting released. So instead of pumpkin, we use sweet potato. It like caramelizes in the kettle a little better, and it gets like that toasty marshmallow. And then we added coffee from a local roaster that's just moving into Southside now called Standing Wave. So
wow.
it's a latte ale, like a pumpkin latte.
Now I want to try that too.
Yeah, well, you know.
I mean, I do. I love sweet potatoes and I love coffee. I've never thought to put them together, but that sounds
It's incredible. It has all the
phenomenal.
warm spices that you
Yeah.
want out of like a pumpkin
John, are you
beer.
cracking
as well.
another one?
Yeah.
Hold on, Mike.
Okay.
I'll keep going. and
Yeah, you got it.
keep
You
rolling
got
while
it.
I just open them next to the microphone for the sound effects.
I have one that doesn't have a label yet. We're working with 412 Food Rescue. They donated 1,200 pounds of tomatoes to us a month and a half ago. And we did a lacto ferment. So this is like a michelada, like a red beer. It has a little bit of spice, a little bit, and it has a lot of umami and funk and saltiness and liminess. So this would be like, it's not like the Bud Light chilada that you would get like on a golf course, you know,
Sure.
when you're like swinging.
Yeah.
But it's same vibes. So, and that's going to be coming out with 412 Food Rescue. They're an incredible organization.
Right.
And that will probably be in a week or two. And then this one doesn't have a label yet. I'm just getting it in at 6 p.m. tonight. It's our collab beer with Barrel and Flow.
I was just gonna say
Yeah,
you also
yeah.
have an event coming up with
Yes,
Barrel and Flow. Yes.
So we're very excited. Last year, I'll tell you why I'm laughing.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
It doesn't. Okay. So we are teamed up with Crafted for Action and Drought Season. They are both organizations are from Atlanta, Georgia. And we met them last year and did an event, but we didn't get to do a collab beer with them. I went down to Georgia. We got to pick peaches, and I went to their conference. And then they came up and we brewed a beer together. And this beer is why we're laughing. It's a peach Kush Kolsch. So it has terpenes, abstracts, donated terpenes to the brew. So it definitely tastes like weed, does not have any THC or CBD in it. It just has that
Love to
danky
see
stanky.
John.
Yeah.
That's hysterical. Jenna, we have to go to locate the locator from our friends at People's Gas. Where can everybody find you and follow you?
You can find us. We obviously have a website, velumfermentation.com, and then we're very active on Instagram and Facebook, Velum Fermentation.
We love it.
yeah.
Thanks so much. Make sure you check out their calendar for all the great things coming up. Locate the locator.
One of the most innovative Pittsburghers here on the podcast
Aw,
now,
thanks.
right?
Oh.
Yeah. So Dave Bracey, we've known you for a long time. Started off as a comedian, we were just reflecting about the comedy festival you started. Then you started this thing called Fresh Fest, and now here we are, year 5 of what's called Barrel and Flow, voted by, you said earlier, I might have said USA Today is the #1 beer festival. There you go. So
in the country.
In the country.
Yeah.
How about that?
What up?
Oh man, it's nice to be here. And yeah, I'm very excited for the week ahead. You know?
So everybody knows you from Barrel and Flow, and it's crazy how it's only 5 years old, but in the meantime, you're like, what can we do more? What can we do? This, we do that. So as you said earlier off camera, it sells out every year, so that's really not an issue. Not that you're pompous about it, but you want to make it different. So first of all, explain Barrel and Flow for someone who lives under a rock.
So Barrel and Flow is a black brew festival. It's an arts festival, a foods festival, a science festival. What we do is we find creative ways and mutually beneficial ways to pair black folks up with breweries, distilleries, alcohol suppliers in the industry to create new beverages and give them an insight into the $1.7 trillion industry that is the alcohol industry. If you know anything about arts and entertainment, all arts and entertainment throughout the world, the #1 source of income is alcohol. And while black people do, account for 14% of sales, and also are a major driver culturally for the arts and entertainment. We're singing, we're dancing, we're comedying, we're footballing, we're baseballing, but we're less than 1% of the ownership of that. So we're selling it, we're buying it, but we're not making money off of it. So Barrel and Flow aims to not only bring more folks into the industry, but also show folks how they can pair with the industry creatively in order to promote their brands, and how breweries can be better neighbors to their neighborhood, by partnering with the folks that are around them.
So for someone who hasn't attended, it's over in the Strip District, right? And why that space? It's called what, Stacks?
The Stacks at 3 Crossings.
Yeah.
We went through a few venues. We grew out of some.
Kept getting bigger, yeah.
Yeah, we kept getting bigger and whatnot. We ran into some issues with some other venues and whatnot. And the Stacks called us back in 21 and was like, hey, love what you're doing. We'd love for you to come out and see it. And when I first saw it, to be honest, I wasn't very enthused. I was like, this seems kind of flat and kind of boring. I saw it in the fall, and I was like, I don't know about it. But it had the space, and it's such a beautiful platform to work
layout.
with.
Yes,
the layout is
right.
perfect to work with. But as the seasons were going and whatnot, and the greenery came in, and you saw the views, I fell in love with it. I mean, you have it's in the historic Strip District. You have the view of the city in the backdrop. It's on all the main lines. It's bus accessible. It's just a great venue. So we've been working with them now 4 years.
That's great.
They are the best venue that we've worked with, and they have the capacity to fit everything that we want to fit in there, because while it is a brew festival, we have all the things that are fermentable, anything in a barrel, your wines, your kombuchas, your seltzers and whatnot. But we also have 2 music stages, 4 live art stages. We have 30 goods and service vendors, 30 food trucks. We have 10 or 15 nonprofits, and then we have a whole STEAM section, a science, tech, engineering, art, and math section. It's a family-friendly section in which, we have live brewing, we have job opportunities, education opportunities. Carnegie Science is going to come out. We have science labs, we have interactive arts and whatnot. This is to engage the family, the entire family, in the many aspects of the brewing industry, right? Because nothing gets sold without science. Nothing gets made without science. Nothing gets sold without the art. You need education, you need, job opportunities and whatnot. So we really want to introduce the family to the concept of alcohol as a industry and as a job opportunity, and not just a product that you drink.
So smart. And the other thing that is ridiculously smart, if you've not gone to Barrel and Flow, 1, you need to go. It will sell out. Number 2, as I said, I got your link so that I could see the other things that were affiliated. The list goes on and on. So it's not just a one-day festival. There's so many other things. And you have something really in particular that is up my alley. So start there.
Yeah, so we have a whole week of events.
Yep.
We started out as just one day, and people were coming in from all across the world, right? And they're coming in as early as, Monday and Tuesday. And we wanted to give them some, places and some things to do while they were in the city. So we started Barrel and Flow Week a few years ago. And Barrel and Flow Week is held in venues throughout the city because, the concept is if you only come to Pittsburgh for Barrel and Flow, you're eventually going to stop coming to Barrel and Flow. But if you come to Barrel and Flow because Pittsburgh is a cool city, you're going to keep coming to Barrel and Flow. So we want to get people out when they come into the city. More than half of our tickets are sold from outside the city, right?
Wow.
We have about 3,500 tickets that are sold, and these people are coming from all over the country and over the world. So we want them to get to see the beauty that is Pittsburgh. We want them to ride the bikes. We want them to see the hills. We want them on the rivers and things of that nature, right? So we started Barrel and Flow Week, and there's events throughout the city at all these venues. Every event has the 4 elements of blackness. They have black music, art, food, and music. Black music, food, art, and booze. I've been drinking. So they have all those elements and whatnot. And the first event is going to be down at Kingfly. And we just produced a vinyl. And I wanted to hand these to y'all so you can see this
is awesome.
Premium packaging, right?
Love the artwork.
Yeah, so Julian Jones on the artwork. So we got 10 plus artists, all local, to do 5 collaboration songs, brand new original music. So I just hit these folks up and I said, hey, like what you're doing, do you want to work with these folks? I sent them their information. A lot of these people have never met each other. I haven't even met half the people that are on this album yet. Sent some emails like, hey, do some new music. We'll pay you. We'll get the studio. We'll press them on the vinyls. Now I want y'all to pull those vinyls out because they're absolutely gorgeous. So I gave them about 3 weeks to come up with new songs. They went to the studio. They recorded them. We mixed, mastered it, and then we pressed them onto these vinyls. And if you look at these vinyls, right, Hellbender vinyl. So Social Hill up in Gastonia recording, and then Hellbender vinyl, all local, top to bottom. So that's the splatter, and that is the hop.
What?
So if you look at that, you throw it in the light and whatnot, those are actual live hops in the album, right? It's the first and only vinyl ever created with live hops in it because we are a Brewfest.
Yeah.
So we
This
have
is amazing.
So we only have 500 of those. There's 5 songs. There's only 500 of them. Only 75 of the hop leaf vinyls. And there are no digital echoes. So there's no downloads, no streams. So you can only hear those songs on that vinyl because we're out to create lasting art, right? A lot of these artists don't have physical copies of their media. So we wanted to put something that's lasting, something that's not just like throwaway. You can't stream Basquiat. Right. You know what I mean? Like this is timeless art. Yeah. So we want something that's going to last. And I'm very happy with what we came up with. And so the vinyl release will start the week down at Kingfly on Sunday. And then we have a week of events following from there.
But they can obviously, even if they're not there on Sunday, they can still get them.
So they can get them. They can get them online. I would say get them in person if you can, because the shipping for those are nearly as much as the vinyl.
Yeah,
because
Sure.
the vinyl, we're only charging $25 for that vinyl.
Wow.
They're worth far more. But the purpose of the festival is accessibility, right? And that's the thing about our tickets, our vendor fees. Everything about this festival is about being accessible. So $25 is very accessible and whatnot, but you can get them throughout the week. And I don't expect them to be there after the festival. Like I said, we only have 500 of those, and about 100 of them are already gone. But yeah, if you are,
Right.
But if you're around, by all means, come by.
Dude,
Grab
this
one.
is awesome. This is awesome.
Where can everybody find out more so that they can go to these various events? It's an entire week, but Barrel and Flow in particular, next Saturday, what's the times?
Next Saturday from 12 to 9 p.m.
Okay. And website to get tickets?
So barrelandflow.com.
Easy enough.
So,
Dave,
Dave,
this is amazing.
I'm looking at, again, if you're listening to the audio version of it, you got to go see the video version because there are hops in my clear vinyl and yours is us.
I mean, mine's prettier, but yeah.
And the
hops.
artwork on this album cover is incredible. All right, so
amazing.
Question for you. Did you bring us a junk drawer by any chance?
No, he didn't do junk.
He brought this. This is not junk drawer. No, okay.
It's
no. It's these little bags.
junk.
That's your junk. Yeah, there you go. You throw
All
those
right.
away.
Do you want to answer our question of the day?
For sure.
It's back to school season, kind of. It's back to school question. If you could go back to school, what grade would you go back to and why?
That's such a good question.
Man, I would say third grade.
Okay.
Because that's when I first started reading books, like novel. That was the first novel that I ever read. How to Eat Fried Worms. And And from that point on, I learned the joy of reading. And I mean, it's true what they say. It's fundamental.
Yeah, nice.
Honestly, Day, one of the most brilliant people we've met. We love your art. We love your entrepreneurial spirit, and we appreciate what you bring to Pittsburgh. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
We can't wait to go celebrate. Next up, some more entrepreneurial spirit and giving back. Stay with us on your Jagoff Late Night.
Welcome to Banana. Can I take your orders?
You need a tappet?
No, we don't use this. We know how to yell the sandwich, the cook. Here we go.
Dig in.
It's John and Rachel. We love to dig into iconic Pittsburgh places like Permanis. So we brought our friends from People's Gas.
Please call at least 3 business days before you dig.
It doesn't matter if it's a big project or something small like a mailbox. Always call before you dig. I called. We can dig in.
So please call 811 3 business days before excavating so you don't have to call 911.
I've been thinking that Rohrich Automotive needs a new jingle.
Rohrich Automotive got the best cars around Pittsburgh.
Driving a Rohrich, I bought it at Rohrich. Picked up my new car at Rohrich Automotive. I got friends at Rohrich Automotive where the staff is nice and the dealership's loaded with brand new cars. And you can drive real far.
Mancini's Bakery, 97 years in business and still getting better. Make sure you follow us on Facebook and Instagram. That's where you will see various Pittsburgh personalities like Gretchen McKay, Super Bowl MVP Santonio Holmes, KDKA's own Mary Hours, and WPXI's Jenna Harner, learning how to make the famous Italian twist bread. Follow Mancini Bakery on Instagram and Facebook, and remember to ask for Mancini's. PittsburghUsedCars.com. With hundreds of used cars across 8 dealerships throughout the city, we provide the greater Pittsburgh area with a premium used car buying experience. Looking for unbeatable pricing on some of the best used cars in Pittsburgh? Visit Pittsburgh Used Cars Clearance Zone today. We're providing out-the-door pricing on all of our clearance zone inventory. PittsburghUsedCars.com.
It's Rachel and John back at your Jagoff Late Night again, reminding you to come on by on 5 Foster Plaza at 5 o'clock on Fridays because this is what we do here, and you get to meet really
how
cool
we do
people
it.
like our next guest who give out cake, but they don't just give out cake.
Oh.
They give out a heart with the cake. How about that?
Oh, that was a really
Thank
good
you very
intro.
much.
Listen, you two are doing such good things. And Tracy's on vacation, but as usual, she did her homework and she brought us Priya and Ishaan Sharma. Thank you so much for being here. What is it so that you do it justice? And Ishaan, you explained all of this to me before we even came on because it's a concept that I think Pittsburgh does very well, right? When we figure out what's the concept, we do our best to give back. But you two are the ambassadors of Cake for Kids. You had the concept. Talk us through the concept of the fact that you were one of 2 who went through this process, right? Or how many people were involved? You take it from there because you do the best talking and people are going to fall in love with this and want to do it.
All right. Again, thank you for having us
Of course.
here on the podcast. So we, again, are the co-ambassadors of the Cake for Kids Greater Pittsburgh chapter. We're one of the few here in the Northeast. We launched back in March of 2024, but our actual journey to get there starts a whole year before that.
Sure.
When we got the idea based on some work that I'd done before. I picked up baking back during COVID when I had a lot of time.
Sure.
And eventually we went through some projects, a few different work for school that we decided that let's take this further, let's make it bigger, let's bring this to all of Pittsburgh. And so my mom, through a mutual friend, had heard about Cake for Kids, which is a national project, and we decided to open up a chapter. So the chapter application opened and we applied in about August of 2023. Back then, there were 40 different places all across the country that applied. We went through 3 different interviews where they vetted us, asked us if we were crazy or not.
You said yes, but I still want to bake cakes.
Yeah,
right?
they were pretty happy with that, and most people that want to do this are crazy. So,
So there you were. Go
yeah,
ahead.
Exactly. So we were eventually there. We were one of only 2 out of those 40 to get accepted and now open up a chapter. Then we went through all the actual work of finding people that wanted to join us in this project. We opened with just 10 volunteers. Now we're at over 110. And we had to find agencies that were willing to work with us, and social service agencies that work with foster youth, different youth that are just going through hardship, shelters. And we work with them now. We've had about 160 deliveries total, and that consists of about 80 cakes, but we also do treats for other celebrations. So that's another 160 dozen treats, as in cakes, cookies, and brownies. And we're only growing faster than ever.
Now, Priya, why is your son so shy?
Wait, how about that? Yeah. How about that for an elevator pitch?
Yeah.
Welcome to my world, Joe.
Oh, yeah. So I like, was this, did he come to you and say, I like to do this? And you're like, this is great.
Yeah.
You know, I want you to do this. Or was it really like a family kind of a decision to do this?
Yeah, this was one where we needed each other to do
Sure.
this.
Yeah.
So he liked to bake, and we look for ways to give back as a family. They mentioned 412 Food Rescue.
Sure.
We would do that too. So he wanted to give out cake, and I wanted to see how we could do that. So when we found that, I found out a mutual friend. She was doing it as a volunteer in a different city. So I looked to see if he could volunteer there, but that wasn't an option here. There was no chapter in Pittsburgh. So we talked about it some more. It was a bigger undertaking, but we reached out to them and asked them what we could do. And he was 16 at the time, so he wasn't allowed to do this on his own.
Yeah.
So we are the only mom and son team actually in the country to be ambassadors, and we did this together. So it's special.
Wow.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
for
You're
sure.
gonna make
So
me cry.
if someone does have a request for a cake, Ishaan, where do they go to your website, or is it through like a social service
Yeah.
that they contact you? How does that work?
So the way that all that works, with the national side, they help us with a lot of the administrative work. So we have a portal. So after we find an agency and they sign on, we have all the agreements for liabilities and all that kind of thing. They get access to a portal where, with about 2 weeks' notice, they put in their cake requests. So typically that will include the child's first name. We never ask for more than that due to privacy. They can put a theme in there that's optional, if they have any allergies, if they're gluten-free, or if they are nut-free. And after that, a baker, one of the ones we have here in Pittsburgh, can also have access to that portal. They'll see which ones are available, the address where they need to drop it off, and they'll figure out if they can take it. If they want it, they'll pick up the request on the portal. After that, they'll bake it, they'll drop it off to the agency, and the agency will then coordinate the delivery to the family itself. So there's a layer of separation, again, for the sake of privacy.
Wow. This is like,
If that's not amazing, I don't know what is.
Yeah.
And so these are for special occasions. Like we say birthdays, but not everybody celebrates a birthday. So this could be a reason for celebration that they are reaching out.
Graduation season just happened, so that
Yeah,
was a
for
lot of
sure.
deliveries.
And so then there's, as you said, there could be a theme. So it's more of a prompting. So if a child in particular is interested in something, they may say, oh, like you said, unicorns or whatever it might be. Is there an age limit? What are the other stipulations?
Yeah, so the people that we deliver to are youth, so as soon as they're born to until they're 21 is how long we work with.
Yeah, it's 1 through 24 years of age.
Oh,
Okay.
okay. Okay, no, you're
so
fine.
is it, I find it interesting, or is it intriguing that you do all of this great work, and because of privacy, and we want it that way, you really don't get to see the joy on the people's face, the recipients' faces. Is that hard, or do you just know that it's happening? Priya?
Yeah, so we do know it's happening because we get glowing feedback from the caseworkers,
Okay.
the agencies, and I think we are quite okay with not being in touch with the child. We want the child to get the cake through the caseworkers or the family that they are comfortable with. So we don't really, so we are behind the scenes. That's
Sure.
quite okay. And I think the volunteers care more about understanding the request that the child has placed,
Right.
bringing that to life and meeting their, dream cake need that they want. And then we do get good feedback from caseworkers, from the family. Sometimes we get pictures or a video. So those are passed on to the volunteers. So it's a great feeling.
How gratifying. And honestly, I've only met you for about 42 minutes now, and I can tell that you just want to help other people. And to me, that's just an amazing thing. But again, as we talked, Pittsburgh loves to give back. So what a city to do this in, because this is the first of its kind. And Pittsburgh has really come out, because I'm looking at one of the statistics. Over 50,000 cakes have benefited underprivileged. Is that right? What did you say?
Yeah, so that's nationally.
Okay.
Every single year we're getting bigger. As for just this year, we're scheduled
yeah,
to
what was
have...
your statistic for this year?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So we opened back March of 2024. We
Yep.
hit 100 deliveries in May of this year. And since then, we're now at 160 deliveries. So
Crazy.
We're growing exponentially at this
Yeah.
rate. And in terms of the number of treats that we deliver, that's about 2,000. And in total, that's not just the kids, but their families, the caseworkers,
Yes.
and every single person that we're able to impact.
So if you're listening to this, and the reason that I stress that information is you need more people. Like, you're not going to be able to sustain. So listen, Pittsburgh, we just said you're doing great things. Don't be a Jagoff. Make sure that you are helping to volunteer even more. How can people volunteer, reach out? Are they vetted then? What's that process?
Yeah, of course. So the process to become a volunteer, just look up Cake for Kids, 4 as in the number 4. And when you look us up, you can follow that with Greater Pittsburgh will be the first result. When you get there, you can see 2 options, either donate or volunteer. And if you want to volunteer and join us there, there's absolutely no skill requirement. We found that the idea of the cake is more important than the cake itself. Knowing that someone took the time out of their day to spend 4 to 10 hours to how long it can be to make those cakes and then deliver it to you. But as for the actual process, you can go through there, you sign up, you'll have to go through an orientation, which is held online through Zoom. And after that, there's a little quiz that you take to just make sure that you know the details. As long as you get a passing score, you're able to then join and now bake cakes.
I'm going to click the donate button because that would not be my forte to take 4 to 10 hours. My kids are lucky that it took me like 3 minutes to make cakes.
Right.
That's not my jam.
Right.
But seriously, make sure you donate because you know this is going to an amazing organization. How cool is this? Don't you
Yeah,
just
pretty
feel
nice.
good?
Yeah, I mean, you have to be so proud of this guy, right?
Oh, my God,
initiating
I
all this
am.
stuff here. So
I'm really glad if I can get a word in here. Then
Sure.
I really have.
right between those two, I don't know if it's working out.
Whatever.
Yeah, I know you're
Yeah,
feeling.
I have to say this, but we've been very, it's been heartwarming to see the number of volunteer bakers that have joined us
Sure.
since March of 2024, how many donations we got, and we are now working with 8 social agencies. So I'm proud of Pittsburghers for supporting us in this mission. We could not do anything without the support of our volunteer bakers,
Yeah.
the agencies, and the caseworkers, and guys like you that are helping us spread the work.
word.
So
Aw,
thank you.
Please. It's
We
our pleasure.
appreciate that. It is
And so the
pretty-
website again is I'm so sorry.
cakeforkids.org/Greater Pittsburgh.
Perfect. All right. We got to ask you a question though. What grade would
Remind everybody we're talking to Priya and Ishaan from Cakes for Kids #4 on your Jagoff Late Night. All right, so what do we have here?
Do you have a junk drawer?
Do you have a junk
I see
drawer
you
item?
going in.
Oh my
I
God!
love it.
Okay.
I was
love it.
digging around. We took a family trip to the Grand Canyon a while ago and a hotel room key.
Yes.
Oh.
Nothing like a hotel
Sweet.
room key.
Well,
Oh, that
can,
is good.
Can we still charge drinks on it when we go there? Nice.
All right. And what grade in school would you want to go back to? It is back to school season. Some people have started as early as the beginning of July. I haven't started yet, but what grade would you go back to?
Me, I think 5th grade. I didn't
Okay.
have to work too hard then. It was,
Right.
I still remember the time, good times.
Okay. And how about you? I mean,
I
I don't
just
think you have to go too
graduated,
far.
so,
Yeah.
I'm personally not looking to go back just yet. But if I had to, probably 5th or 6th grade, yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
You two are a breath of fresh air. Thank you so much for what you're doing for our city. And please, again, make sure that you are checking them out on all the socials and volunteering and donating online Cake for Kids. Next up, we have a great musician coming at you. You Jagoff Late Night. That was excellent.
Thank you.
Mancini's Bakery, 97 years in business and still getting better. Make sure you follow us on Facebook and Instagram. That's where you will see various Pittsburgh personalities like Gretchen McKay, Super Bowl MVP Santonio Holmes, KDKA's own Mary Hours, and WPXI's Jenna Harner, learning how to make the famous Italian twist bread. Follow Mancini Bakery on Instagram and Facebook, and remember to ask for Mancini's. PittsburghUsedCars.com, with hundreds of used cars across 8 dealerships throughout the city. We provide the greater Pittsburgh area with a premium used car buying experience. Looking for unbeatable pricing on some of the best used cars in Pittsburgh? Visit Pittsburgh Used Cars Clearance Zone today. We're providing out-the-door pricing on all of our clearance zone inventory. PittsburghUsedCars.com.
KB Plumbing. KB Plumbing. KB Plumbing. Ben! Wow.
What are we doing in here, John?
Ben, I can't get this to go. I don't know what to do with this. I don't know. I need like 22 liters per minute come out of there when I shower.
22 liters per minute.
Yeah.
Well, you got the wrong shower head.
Okay.
22 liters per minute.
All right.
So what you want to do is there's a couple different options. Get rid of this guy. You can get yourself one with a nice one.
Yeah.
You got us stuck in this tight space. That would
Yeah.
definitely work for, a little undercarriage cleaning, if you know what I'm talking about.
I got you. Yeah.
Yeah, get rid of this, get one of those, and then you should be ready to go.
Oh, man.
Can you watch where you're at next time you call me?
Yeah, this is kind of weird.
Yeah, thanks, bro.
It's Rachel and John back to one of our favorite segments of the podcast because it's been a part of our podcast for the entire time we've been doing the podcast. Local music. So, Lindsay, welcome to the Jagoff.
Thank you for having me.
Well, this is pretty cool. You got your dadager here.
I
and
do.
you're just shouting out notes to make sure we so first of all, tell us about you, what part of town, what you got involved in singing.
Yeah, so I'm born and raised in Pittsburgh. I'm from Hampton Township, so I'm 20 years old, so I'm almost about to graduate.
You're almost able to try the Velum drinks.
Almost.
Yeah, sure.
But I go to school in Nashville, Tennessee. I go to Belmont University. I'm studying music down there.
Right.
Okay.
So, I've just been recording music for the past, since I was like 16. So, yeah.
And was it one of those things where you were in like theater or band or something like that? How did you get your start?
Yeah. So, I started playing violin when I was in the 4th grade. I played that all through high school. And then I did theater since I was 6 years old. I did all the plays in middle school and high school. So I did.
Favorite one?
Oh, probably Into the Woods. I did that my senior year.
That's a good one. Yeah.
He just hit her right in the heart. She loves that one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
That one was really special.
Okay. And so you did all those kind of theatrical things. And is that, you're obviously studying, is that what you're pursuing then?
I am pursuing more so like the artist side.
Okay.
So writing my own songs and kind of performing them. I've always looked up to Taylor Swift, so she's always been a huge inspiration for me.
Who's that? What's her name?
Yeah, I don't know.
No.
Yeah, she's kind of underground, so.
Yeah, right. That's pretty awesome because that's a great school for even the business side of music down
Absolutely,
there. Yeah,
yeah.
it's pretty awesome. So, all right, so you're here at your Jagoff Late Night. You're going to perform, but we can't let you do any of that stuff unless you answer our Rohrich Honda question of the day. Are you willing to do that? All right,
I'm
before you
willing.
do that, though, where does everybody find your music?
You can find my music on Spotify, Apple Music, any streaming platform. I just made a website with my own blood, sweat, and tears. It's lindsaylibro.com. So you can check that out. And that has all my gigs, all my music, and anything you need to know about me.
And one of the gigs that are coming up right in my area, Wheelfish, right?
Yes.
And that's next Sunday. So
Yes.
check your website and you can see what time you're performing because Dadager wasn't 100% sure of the time.
Yes.
But there's all kinds of little, I love that you're back and forth to Nashville and you're finding these great gigs here in Pittsburgh. So kudos to you. So we want to hear you perform, but go ahead, John. Ask
All
the
right,
question.
so our
today.
Rohrich Honda question of the day is, again, you're more like Ishaan. You're not very far out of school, right, at this point. So if you could go back to school, elementary school for you, what grade would you go back to and why?
Okay. Oh, elementary school.
I mean, does it have to be elementary? I didn't
Well, I
think
was
that.
just trying to give it some time. They just got out of school. For me,
Maybe
I was
it's
back
12th
there when they
grade.
were.
I mean, honestly, I
All
would
right.
go back to 12th
12.
grade. I
Would
feel
you?
like
Okay.
Yeah.
I feel
All
like
right.
that was like a lot of things were going well for me at that point. And,
And it's sort of chill because everything's settled and you just do your thing. You're getting ready to graduate and
I
all the
would
good
go
stuff.
back.
There you go.
Okay.
I'm with you. 12th it is. All you people with your 3rd and 5ths, we're going 12th. So, okay, one more time. Where can everybody find you and follow you?
LindsaylIebro.com.
All right. And what song are we about to hear?
I am going to perform my original song, Pretty Boy.
Pretty excited. So first up, though, is the 412 Do's brought to you by Taylor of Visit Pittsburgh. Stay tuned. You Jagoff Late Night.
Hi everyone, this is Taylor Spirito with Visit Pittsburgh here to tell you the 412 to-dos. The summer is winding down, but Pittsburgh is still heating up with activities and festivals for the whole family. But if you're like me, and you're looking forward to a little bit of a cool down and the beauty that autumn brings, you'll want to head to Kennywood for their Fall Fantasy event. From August 2nd through the 17th, parades are taking over Kennywood every night starting at 7:30 p.m. This year's theme is Mardi Gras, and in addition to the nightly parades, there will be live music on the midways, specialty food and drinks, and a decked-out French Quarter Block party. This year is Fall Fantasy's 75th anniversary, and the lineup of fun surely reflects that monumental marker. A one-of-a-kind night celebrating the quirky, beating heart of the Burgh is coming to downtown this weekend. From August 1st through the 3rd, the All Things Pittsburgh Play Festival is hosting 10 brand new 10-minute plays by 10 of Pittsburgh's finest playwrights. How many times was that? With pure Pittsburgh charm from curtain up to lights down, you can expect parking chairs in their natural habitat, pierogies with strong opinions, and accents thicker than chipped ham, just to name a few. All seats are $20 and tickets can be purchased on the organization's website. And if you're looking to listen to great music while supporting a great cause, you'll want to head down to Stage AE this Saturday. Rock, Reggae, and Relief is a charity reggae music festival that brings people together in peace and love of music to raise money to help our neighbors in need. This year, the event is raising money for MCG Youth in the North Side, which provides Pittsburgh area teens with transformative, arts-based programming that nurtures creativity, builds confidence, and fosters personal growth across 4 dynamic studio disciplines. Doors open for the festival at 2 p.m. And for any other events, festivals, performances, and more, be sure to check out visitpittsburgh.com. Until next time.
Hi, my name is Lindsay Liebro, and this is my original song, Pretty Boy. Pretty boy lives in the city, noise always has followed him. Pretty boy doesn't admit he's coy when he's been suffering. Pretty boy plays with his pretty toys just to feel whole again. And pretty boy makes me so dizzy, oh, and I'm just falling in. I can't help it if I'm anxious when I'm looking at his faces, so symmetrically placed. Wondering how long I can stare at him till notice, turning nothing into good signs. Oh, passing by, I know this won't be the last time. I fall too deep into something non-committal, ruin my life just to love him for a little, give him my all just to never even be a choice. Stay up all night for a call he won't be making, breaking my heart, but at least it's entertaining. He's one thing that I just can't avoid. I'm a sucker for a pretty boy. Pretty boy acts like he's busy joyriding on ignorance. Well, I could be sitting passenger seat, baby, I'm buckled in. He tells me I'm pretty, then tells me he's pretty indifferent. Should've known he's alone, cause he's so scared of coming in. I can't help it if I'm anxious, running out of patience. 327 days, and I'm wondering how long I can stay living in this prison. Oh, save me, but he's the only one who has the key, and I know he's not setting me free. I fall too deep into something non-committal, ruin my life just to love him for a little, give him my all just to never even be a choice. Stay up all night for a call he won't be making, breaking my heart, but at least it's entertaining. He's one thing that I just can't avoid. I'm a sucker for a pretty boy. Pretty eyes, pretty lies, I wanna curl up and die. He's my oxygen supply, hate the way I need him just to feel alive. Oh, anything to fill the void. Why do I even try? Cause this happens every time. Fall too deep into something non-committal, ruin my life just to love him for a little, give him my all to never even be a choice. Stay up all night for a call he won't be making, breaking my heart, but at least it's entertaining. I just can't afford. I'm a sucker for a pretty boy. No, I'm a sucker for a pretty boy. Oh, pretty boy, pretty boy. Oh, he's one thing that I just can't afford. I'm a sucker for a pretty boy. I'm a sucker
for a pretty boy.
Get it right?
I just had to do it real
Yeah.
quick. Like, I felt like there was more to it. That was awesome. One more time, where can everybody find you and follow you?
LindsayLiebro.com or
Wait.
Spotify, Apple Music.
Keep talking. Keep talking.
Did you drop the JD?
Yeah. Keep talking.
Oh my
Just-
gosh! All right,
you
so
didn't know how to cover it. Just keep
Instagram. I
talking.
don't know how
Did
to
you
cover.
drop it. That was supposed to be
We
secret.
did not
that I
ask
drop
you
it.
where we can get. I'm sorry. We did not ask you about your junk drawer item.
Yes.
Okay, tell us what it is.
I have it right
John.
here.
John was picking it up in
Right.
case you didn't notice.
This
Yes.
is a special edition Pittsburgh Steel City pen.
Oh yeah.
It used to be like a lava pen. It has lost all of its fun
it lost
blue
its
lava.
lava.
But and it doesn't work either. So
That's perfect.
There
That's
you go.
exactly
I thought
what we
it
Yeah,
was
want.
neither do I. There you go.
Perfect.
straight from a hotel gift shop.
We love it.
love
Thank
it.
you so much. We wish you the best. Thank you to everyone who came on. Make sure you are checking out Barrel and Flow. Thanks to Dave Bracey for coming on. Thanks to Jenna from Velum. Please make sure you do yourself some justice and go to the south side to Velum Fermentation. We've been there plenty.
Yeah, and get your cake for kids.
Oh my
right?
gosh.
And,
Volunteer, you Jagoff,
Yeah,
right?
for sure. And thank you to Tracy, who's on vacation, whoever approved that.
Great job,
and Michaela
Trace.
and Johnny.
Yeah.
We appreciate it. It's Jagoff Late Night. Thank you.